From Within, the podcast where I'm going to be helping you up-level your life, find your true self, and ignite the best version of you. I'm your host, Aman, your go-to self-worth mentor, facilitating hundreds of women to unlock your self-belief, master your emotions, and take back control of negative thoughts. We're going to be covering everything self-worth for South Asian women, how to ditch your self-doubt, kick other people's judgment to the curb, and learn how to finally use your voice clearly and with confidence. With the practical tools and spiritual teachings that I give you in this podcast, don't be surprised when this magic begins to massively elevate your life. So whether you're going for a walk, driving home, or listening with a cup of coffee, let's get stuck in. Hello, and welcome to today's episode of Finding Your Worth from Within. So today we are addressing a topic that comes up a lot. I have a lot of women coming to me and telling me they're self-sabotaging, they're procrastinating, they've got imposter syndrome, and they're like, Aman, I don't know what to do because I procrastinate, or I've got self-sabotage. I do self-sabotage. And they use these terms, but if I'm honest, for me, those terms are very surface level. These are surface level symptoms because underneath every pattern of self-sabotage or procrastination, there is always something deeper. Now, what I mean by this is there's something pulling the strings that you don't know about. So yes, you are probably self-sabotaging. Yes, you probably are procrastinating, but that's a symptom. That's a symptom of something going on deeper underneath. So what I find is the three biggest reasons my clients come to me with self-sabotage and imposter syndrome is, number one, it's secondary gain. Now, nobody ever wants to hear about this. Nobody ever wants to admit to this or say that they do it. But secondary gain is something that we get from holding on to a negative belief. So it's something positive we receive from holding on to a negative. For example, I once had a client who didn't feel loved. Like, it was a lot of stuff with her mom in the past and the way her mom treated her. She was narcissistic. She felt like she wasn't good enough, and it was this element of neglect and like, I'm not loved, I'm not good enough. And we worked on it a lot. And it came to a point where both me and her could see that she wasn't letting go of this. And when we dug in subconsciously, she wasn't letting go of it because her husband was so supportive. Her husband would help her with this and work through it with her. Her husband was giving her the love that she craved. So by holding on to this belief that I'm not loved or I'm not good enough, she was receiving the love that she wanted, and that was her secondary gain. So even though logically your brain is saying, come on, make a move, let's get going, we need to take the action, let's go all in, underneath, there's going to be some sort of secondary gain from not moving, from not doing those things. There's normally safety, there's a lot of safety that plays out in secondary gain because it's safe to stay where you are, but also there are deeper layers as well. Number two, the other reason clients come to me with these self-sabotaging habits are the subconscious stories. So the subconscious is where 95% of your brain is programmed. It's a part of your brain that you won't know is running the show, and it's a part of your brain that was created between the ages of 0 to 7. It's basically the hard drive of your brain, and this is where hidden stories live. This is the stuff you don't even realize is running the show. The old identities, the fear of being judged, the fear of outgrowing people, the fear of being seen, the fear of finally succeeding. All of this lives in your subconscious because in your conscious brain, it shows up differently. It shows up as a different story. It might be like, I don't want to do that. I just don't feel like it. I'm not good with that. But subconsciously, there's a different story. And this is why when I work with clients, it's so important to uncover the layers because they won't realize what's hiding there. And trust me, in your subconscious, there's a lot of random stuff that's overlapping underneath. So the self-sabotage, the procrastination, all of that is going to be coming from layers of subconscious stories that are actually holding you back in this moment. And it's about unpiecing what this is. Once that subconscious story comes to the surface and to the conscious level, then it's normally quite easy to remove. But the third most magical piece here is your energy field. Now, ladies, this part is one of my favorites. You know it is. My God, the amount of stuff that's stored in your energy field, right? That people have no idea that they're carrying, whether it be energetic cords, inherited patterns, karmic stories, emotional residue, years of suppressing and shrinking yourself. This all lives in your energy field. And when I say energy field, I mean your chakras as well. It's like within the way I see it, the way I see clients' energy is it's in like a bubble around them in their field. Like there's often a lot of chaos if people allow and take on other people's stuff. But within the chakras as well, I've just had a call today with a client where I could feel her throat and her heart, and they were quite linked, and we were removing from her throat and it wouldn't fully go. So I was like, you know what, let's move down into your heart. Let's remove what's here first and then go back up to the throat. And that's exactly what she needed. We were able to relieve some of what was going on in the heart and go back into the throat to fully release what was there. So this is your energy field. This is your chakras. That it's very difficult unless you're super, super intuitive and in tune with yourself to know what's going on. So when you sit there asking yourself, why do I keep procrastinating? Or you DM me saying, yeah, man, I'm holding myself back because I'm self-sabotaging. These are all the things that are going to be lying underneath. Yeah. It goes way deeper than just mindset. It goes way deeper than all of that. It's subconscious, it's energetic, it's emotional, it's embodied. So next time you catch yourself calling it self-sabotage, just know there's actually layers deeper to go. There's a lot more levels to it. And we need to become aware of what the root is so that you can actually let it go and work from the root, because otherwise what's going to happen is you're going to keep removing the symptom and working on the symptom, but the root will never go. The symptoms will keep coming back. And this is exactly what we do inside my group program Legacy Leads. We don't do surface level motivation. It's not like just positive thinking. We get to the root of the patterns so that you can finally stop fighting yourself and start becoming the version that you know that you're meant to be. So if you're ready to drop all the hesitation and go full in, you can book an explore call with me with the link in the show notes to see where you're at now, where you'd like to be, and how I can help you bridge that gap in just 6 months. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you on the next episode. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Finding Your Worth from Within. If today's message resonated with you, it would mean the world to me if you could follow, rate, and leave a review. Sharing the podcast with someone that you feel may benefit is the best way to help it grow and spread this important message. To stay connected between episodes, come hang out with me on Instagram @Aman Mentoring. Can't wait to see you there.